As Roja Stacy pops this one up, fouled, and we are underway here in Les Cèdres for this matchup. Final game at the B level for the U15 Warhawks will be moved up to A following completion of this game. They, alongside the St. Laurent Orange Crush, both being moved up. And meanwhile, just down the 30 in Beauharnois, U18 Warhawks in action against the Surroi Yankees. They are being moved up as well. Emily Couture starting for for Soulanges. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 on Roja Stacy, our leadoff hitter. The Hildaibo Wyatt Mayo completing the lineup. And there is a hit by pitch. A painful 90 feet, or 80 feet I should say, will be traveled here by Roja. So he is aboard. Warhawks coming into this one 7 up, 1 down. Their only loss, a 9-8 loss to Presqu'île Gris, who has not won another game since. As the Hildaibo steps in, and Roja got a good jump, but unfortunately he's going to have to go back 90 feet. 0-1. Wyatt Mayo, the number 3 hitter, is on deck. The pitch from Couture. Stacy's going, and he got a really good jump. He's going to get in there standing up. Now the Warhawks have a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike on Daibo as Couture gets set. Stacy's running again. This Warhawks team beat the other Soulanges squad yesterday 13-9 over at the Arena Ball Field. Another sweep of the doubleheaders for the U16 and U18s as Daibo drives one deep into left center, going back at the warning track, and that is going to get to the wall. Stacy will jog in. Daibo on his horse digging in for 3, and they're going to wave him. Here's the throw to Daibo, and he will score, and the Warhawks take a 2-0 lead. And it's an inside the park home run. But if you're curious, it's only 288 down the line and left, so I can't see how deep it is in right, but in left it's only 288. You see a bunch of Warhawks in front of you, but the man at the plate is Wyatt Mayo, the number 3 batter. Carter Snow on deck. Ugly Bordeaux in the hole as the 0-1 to Mayo misses, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Warhawks here in the top of the first. Roja Stacy and the Hildaibo each scoring on a 2-run homer by Daibo to put his team up 2-0. On the ground, right back to Couture. She will throw the first, and we have our first out of the inning. A comebacker hit right at the pitcher. 1 down here in the top of the first.
I knew I was going to get out.
So here's the cleanup hitter, 21, Carter Snow, in the 4 spot. Takes strike 1. Good pitch by Couture. Cougars team, this is Soulanges number 2, by the way, coming in a record of 1-5-3. Driven, and that's knocked down. There's going to be a play at first. It won't be in time. Snow beats it out, and a good play at short to prevent that ball from going to the outfield. And in will step Ugly Bordeaux, number 20 in red. Warhawks by 2 here in the top of the first. Watching Baby Blue Memories, a reminder, please subscribe, get us closer to our goal of 1,000, currently at 532. And there's a check swing, and the ball's in there anyway, so it's 0-1 on Bordeaux. James Phillips on deck.
Chubby! Your helmet, you're in the dugout.
Bordeaux gets a good jump. Or Snow, sorry, gets a good jump. Meanwhile, on Bordeaux, it's 0-2. Snow with the steal. That is the third SB of the afternoon so far for the Warhawks. And Bordeaux's in. Down by an 0-2 count. The pitch from Couture. That's strike 3, and we have 2 down. As Couture gets their first strikeout of the afternoon, and in will step James Phillips. The dreaded strikeout looking. I think that's the least favorite play of any manager while your team's at bat. Well, maybe the triple play might be worse, but... So there's 2 down, runner on second. And Snow gets a good jump, and he is now just 90 feet away from home. Runner on third, 2 down. Fouled off, and quickly Couture ahead in the count again. It's 0-2 on Phillips. Toby Goodleaf on deck. We'll see if he gets a chance to hit. Here's the 0-2. That's in there. And sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Phillips. Can Couture get out of this inning just down by 2? The 1-2. Outside, and now we've got an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2. Inside, forces him off the bag a little bit, and now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Warhawks leading 2-0, runner on third in the top of the first. Remember, you're allowed a maximum of 5 runs per non-open inning. Skied into shallow center. And that's going to fall. It's not exactly how you draw it up, but it still counts as a hit and a run scored, and the Warhawks go up by 3. So Snow scores. And here's Goodleaf. Throw back to first. And he is safe. So it's an RBI single for James Phillips to put the Warhawks up by 3. Our final game before this team is moved up to A. Phillips gets a jump. They're going to throw down to second. And Phillips is in there with a steal. And the batter, Goodleaf, represents what would be the 5th run. Here's the pitch. Hit to first. Good play at first by Ciro. Dropped it momentarily. And he got him. Close play, a bang-bang play, but Ciro able to recover and get the putout. Warhawks score 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 run left on base. 3-0 Warhawks Cougars coming up to bat. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to, they said, bottom of the first inning. 3-0 lead for the U15 Warhawks, taking on the Soulanges Cougars. Number 2, Emily Couture steps in. She'll go head-to-head with her pitching counterpart, the lefty Wyatt Mayo, who takes, and there's strike 1 right down the middle to start this at-bat. Warhawks up by 3 as the 0-1 to Couture. Swung on and missed, and quickly it's 0-2. Good stuff by Wyatt. Interested to see how the Warhawks do on this final game at the B level. They will be moved up to A next week. And we should have a schedule for them at the A level soon enough. They and the U18s each being moved to that level as the 1-2 comes in. And we've got a 2-2 count here on Couture. 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 steals in the top of the first for the Warhawks. Hit well into center field, and that's going to get to the warning track, and she's on her horse. Fielded by the center fielder, they throw it in. Daibo's got it, and it is a leadoff double for Emily Couture. And it looks like we have the gate to the outfield opened in center, so if that got all the way there, that could have been trouble for Georgie Jacobs, the center fielder. And here's Alex Cadillo wearing number 77. A couple of call-ups in there for the Cougars today. Runners going, there's a swing and a miss, the throw down to third, and she's in there.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, man, how are you?
Good. Ça, c'est super de fun de faire ça au hockey, là.
Ah, tu racontes?
Baseball, too.
Ouais, j'ai fait tout.
Ah,
Même golf,
fun à regarder, ça.
avec pas une voile. Me and Mr. Ducharme, the coach for the Cougars, having a friendly conversation. Glad to see he remembers us as we got a 1-1 count now on the batter, Cadillo. Runner on third, no outs. The 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Talk about a 9 grand slam. That's how much they give out each and every single session on Zoom for a grand total. Play online or on Zoom as the ball's hit to short. Daibo fields it. This will score a run. The throw in time. They get the runner at first, but it ends up being a sacrifice grounder for Cadillo, and the Cougars are on the board. It's now 3-1. And here's Jacob Ducharme, 42. Stepping in for the Cougars. It's 3-1. So Soulanges has made it a 2-run game. This is, of course, Soulanges number 2. There's 2 Cougars teams at this level. The Warhawks beating the number 1 team yesterday by a score of 13-9. The 1-0. Skied in the infield. Mayo calling everybody away. Can't get it. Yeah, not exactly how you draw things up, but anything that works in that situation works. And the Cougars are sending what would be the game-tying run to bat right now.
You run in, then you have to back up.
Cameron Richelieu swings through strike 1. Richelieu, 58 on the score sheet. Not wearing 58 though at the dish. And here's the 0-1. Fouled back and quickly Mayo ahead in the count 0-2. Three-1 lead for the Warhawks, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. As Mayo sets. The 0-2 coming in. And that's fouled back, and Richelieu making Wyatt work for this out. If it comes, of course. 3-1 lead for the Warhawks in the bottom of the first inning. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Another game coming up for you tomorrow at the Hospital Ball Field, 7 o'clock, U13s in action as the 1-2 comes, and Now we have, sorry, it's 0-2, but this will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat, so Russia doing a real good job of protecting that plate. Going up against a very good pitcher. The 0-2. And fouled back again, and pitch number 7 of the at-bat is coming up now. Russia and Mayo having themselves a really good battle here. The 0-2. That's in there, called strike 3. Ducharme will steal second. A strike him out, but don't throw him out situation. As Ducharme gets over to second, there's 2 down. As Guillaume Godet is up, O'Day is now swinging for the Cougars. Swings through strike 1. 3-1 Warhawks here in the bottom of the first inning. There are 2 down, and a runner is over at second base. The 0-1 pitch. 0-2. Throw down the third baseline will not be in time. And Ducharme gets his second steal. Now the second run is 90 feet away from home. This is a pitch. Hit down the third baseline, foul, and they'll redo it. It's the one thing that these Cougars batters are showing is a poise to keep fighting. O'Day digging in here, down 0-2 on the count. That's strike 3, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the first. The Cougars score 1. They got 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We're heading to the top of the second. Warhawks up 3-1. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome to Parc Les Serres. Welcome back, I should say. Top of the second. U15 Warhawks on top of the Soulanges Cougars number 2 team by a score of 3-1. There's strike 1 to George Jacobs. Jacobs, Jack Phillips, Godunde Horn, 1-2-3 coming up here in this top of the second inning. As Couture in her second inning of work. This one's hit to short, good play, and it's going to be a bang-bang play at first, and it's off the mark. And Georgie Jacobs beats it out. And the Warhawks have the lead runner on to start the top of the second. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Don't forget, we're open each and every single day at the main office. Come pick up your tickets from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Get in the dugout.
And Mohawk Super Bingo, a proud sponsor of tomorrow night's game when the U13 Warhawks will play at the Hospital Ball Field, a 7 o'clock start. They will take on Lakeshore Red. And this, or sorry, St. Laurent, as it's skied into shallow right. That'll drop. Gonna have a close play at second. Jacobs beats it out. And Jack Phillips with a shot into right field, which falls. Back-to-back hits to start off the top of the second. And here's Godunde Horn. So Jack Phillips on first, George Jacobs on second. Lead 2 runners on for the Warhawks here in the top of the second inning. Runners going. And George Jacobs got a really good jump there, and now he is just 90 feet away from giving the Warhawks back a 3-run lead. Looking for an update from Beauharnois, where our U18 Warhawks are in action right now, taking on the Yankees. Now the runner jumps and goes to second. And 2 runners are in scoring position for the Warhawks. Pitch the Horn. Changeup gets in there. Good looking pitch there from the side armor Couture. (3-1) Warhawks. That's a good-looking pitch, dropping in there, and now it's 2 strikes on Horn. You got Mators on deck for Kahnawake. On the ground to short. They missed the tag. They'll throw to first, and it gets away, and it's out of play. And Horn will get to second. That means both runners get to advance the 1 base. 2 runners are in for the Warhawks. It's now 5-1. That'll go in the books as a single and then an error. First error of the game. And it's 5-1 now. And here's Mator.
Yeah, you never get the bat and Benji's team.
That one hops the bag. So Jacobs and Jack Phillips each score on what is technically, I guess, only a 1-run single turned into an error. Horn with the RBI, and the Warhawks in control, up 5-1. And there's a swing and a miss by Mentor. Still no outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Top of the lineup coming up next with Roja Stacy. Runners going. Mentor not able to make contact. And now there's a runner just 90 feet away from home as Horn picks up the steal. Here's the pitch. That's strike 3, and Couture gets her 2nd strikeout of the afternoon. And Roja Stacy comes back. No official at-bats, was hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning and scored a run. Also has 2 steals. 2 runs in for the Warhawks in this top half of the 2nd. Runner on 3rd, 1 out. A shot to the outfield would give the Warhawks a 5-run lead. And that's hit on the ground to 2nd, knocked down. This is going to be a bang-bang play, maybe. Stacy beats it out as it takes a tough hop for Cote, and the Warhawks now have the 5-run lead at 6-1. That's the 3rd run of the inning. So here's Daibo. 6-1 Warhawks in the top of the 2nd, 1 out. 3 runners in for the Kahnawake this half inning. Strike 1 at the knees and on the outside corner, 0-1. Perfect location. Couture, this is her 2nd inning of work. Couple of strikeouts. On the ground to first. Cadillo has it go by, and Stacy is going to run to 3rd now. And runners are on the corners with 1 down. And here's Wyatt Mayo. Sorry. Yes, Wyatt Mayo, who hit into a ground out back in the 1st, a comebacker right at Mayo. Daibo now 2 for 2 on the day. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Warhawks with a 5-run lead, 6-1 Kahnawake in the top of the 2nd, 3 runs in this half inning. So Daibo represents what would be the maximum 5th run. Not in there, it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Mayo. Pitch gets away. Cadillo looking. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside and off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. We got tomorrow night more coverage for you. Our 3rd straight night of baseball. U13 Warhawks will be in action tomorrow. And now 3-1 the count. It's ball 4, sorry. So the bases are loaded. And Carter Snow steps up to bat. Only 2 runs could score, though, here for the Warhawks. Snow singled, stole 2 bases, and scored back in the first. And that one's inside, and some chin music for Snow. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Right down Broadway, it's 1-1. The 1-1 coming up to Carter Snow. Off the plate. 5-run lead, though, for the Warhawks. And that becomes crucial whenever you think about stealing bases, etc. As the sun starting to come up, and we have a little bit of a sun drizzle here at Park Laced. The 2-1. That's down Broadway as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground, and that's going to find a hole on the right side of the outfield. 1 run is in. That's the 4th run. Sorry, the bases are still loaded. I think only 1 run scored. But we're still playing baseball here in this half inning. So here's Bordeaux, who struck out back in the first. 1 out here in the top of the 2nd inning. 7-1 Kahnawake. Now it's 1-0. Yeah, 7 o'clock start tomorrow. Warhawks against the St. Laurent Green Crush. We'll have coverage for you as this one pinballs its way into the glove of Cadillo at first. The coolest non-out out we've seen here on this broadcast. The 1-1 pitch to Bordeaux. And that's smacked into left. And that's your 5th run of the inning. Snow's hustling, but at that point, no need to. So the Warhawks max out in the top of the 2nd. They're up by 7. It's 8-1. Cougars coming up to bat. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to Park Laced, bottom of the 2nd inning here on the Mohawk Super Bingo game of the weekend, and the Warhawks on top 8-1 in the U15 level against Soulanges number 2. Here is Charles-Antoine Cote, the number 6 batter, going up against James Phillips after Mayo went 1 inning. One inning for the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Cote. Upstairs, and 2 balls, 1 strike now on Charles-Antoine Cote. Playing second base today. Or at least he did in the first 2 innings. All the positions seemingly change over time. Not like the MLB. And there is a hit batsman. It's a painful base, but it's a base nonetheless. Cote is aboard. And here's the Moore stepping in. Fouls this one off. One of the call-ups from Pee Wee. Cougars with 3 call-ups in the lineup today. Runners going. Strike 2. There's going to be no play as Cote's in there with a stolen base. Pitch misses Daou, who's one of the regulars. I'm sorry, Daou is batting right now for the Cougars. Lucas Daou wearing 49. Here's the pitch from Phillips. Runners going. That's in there. The throw down the third base line, not in time. And that's strike 3. So Phillips gets the strikeout. And that's the first out. And here's this is Guillaume Audet, who's stepping into bat. Takes strike 1 at the knees, 0-1. Damien Filion was actually batting for him in the last inning. The jersey numbers are a little off on the score on the website. The 0-1 to Audet. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-1 Kahnawake, but the Cougars do have a runner on third with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. And here's the pitch. Low and inside, it's now 2-1. That misses. Phillips goes to cover home, but Cote not advancing. There's runner on third, 1 out. The pitch to Audet. That's ball 4, so 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone, and runners are now on the corners for the Cougars. And look at this. Audet didn't even think about stopping. Runners on second and third. Swung on and missed for strike 1. The 1-1 coming into Emil. Hit right at us. Whoa! A little too up close and personal for you back home. And especially for Carter's mom. That's strike 2, by the way, on the batter, Emil. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Phillips. Fouled back. Bottom of the second inning, 8-1 Moorhawks. Here's the pitch. That's strike 3, but it's dropped by the catcher. They're going to throw to first. There's an out. Rohahio Stacy throws it back. It's not going to be in time. So it's a strike him out. throw him out at first, but don't throw him out at home scenario. And that's the second run of the afternoon for the Cougars. And here's Maxim Levesque digging in. The Cougars have made it a 6-run game. It's now 8-2. First run of the inning for the Cougars. 2 outs and a runner on third. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Oh! And Levesque is plunked. And that is the second hit by pitch for a Cougar. So Max Sorrow reaches first. And back to the top of the lineup with Emily Couture. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Cerro's going. And Cerro reaches second. So 2 runners in scoring position for Soulanges. Trying to chip back away into this game. That's down the middle, they say. Probably more like inside corner. Eight-2 lead for the Warhawks here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Not in there. That one hops the bag. 3 balls, 1 strike on the pitch on the pitcher for the Cougars, Couture. The pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And the potential 5th run for the Cougars this inning is coming up to bat. Alex Cadillo is no official at bats. Had a sacrifice fly back in the sacrifice grounder back in the first. 1 RBI for him. Trying to add a few more here in an 8-2 game for the Warhawks. Off the plate, ball 1. Play is at home. Unless it's hit right to the second baseman, then you figure tagging a tag out, throw out at first would be the ideal scenario. Foul tipped. Oh, and now that forces a run in. Good heads-up base running by Cote, and runners are on the corners. It's now 8-3. That's Ode with the heads-up running. Cerro makes it over to third. It's now 8-3. Second run of the inning for the Cougars. I would not be surprised to see Couture take off here. All right, she's already about 30 feet off of first. Oh, there she goes. And she gets into second, so 2 runners in scoring position for Soulanges. And that swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Again, open each and every single day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Available in person or on Zoom. That's hit to third, and it gets by, but it's fouled. It just ends up being in a long retry attempt here for Alex Cadillo. Bordeaux at third diving, not able to come up with the play. Pitch to Cadillo. And that forces him off the plate. And the bases are now loaded once again for Soulanges. And here's Ducharme. So what would be the 5th run of the inning is on first. 2 runs in for the Soulanges Cougars. And Ducharme swinging at something his old man would probably want him to hold back on. It's strike 1. Get a run here would be, a walk here would be great for the Cougars too, because it would force a run in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the 0-1. Off the bag. 1-1. Fouled back, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2, and the runner's going. He's in there. And now it's 8-4 as Saros scores. The 3rd run of the inning for the Cougars, and the Warhawks lead sliced in half. It's now 8-4. And that's the 3rd run, as mentioned, for the Cougars. They can still get another 2 as John Mayo heads over to talk to Phillips. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, 7 p.m., Hospital Ball Field, U13 Warhawks in action. The 3rd of our triple header, back-to-back-to-back nights. U13 Warhawks hosting the St. Laurent Green Crush. St. Laurent 3-4-2, Kahnawake 4-4-2, so a really even-looking matchup commencing tomorrow night at 7 here on BBM. Here's the pitch. Too low. 1 out here for the Cougars. Runners on first and second. Ronnie Stacy told me expect a new starting pitcher tomorrow night. And that's hit on the ground. It gets through. Couture's on her horse. She's going to score. And they're going to send the 5th runner home. Here's the throw. No, actually no throw. It's a 5 spot for the Cougars at Soulanges, right back in this one. Turns up being a 2-run double. And now that's 8-6. That's the 5th run of the inning for the Cougars. as Cadillo and Couture each score, and the Cougars have sliced this lead. It was 8-1 heading into the bottom of the second. It's now 8-6 as we head into the top of the third. You're watching Warhawks baseball. Welcome back to Park Lacer, top of the third inning. It's 8-6, Kahnawake leading. James Phillips, Toby Goodleaf, and George Jacobs, the three due up for the Warhawks as Couture comes in for her third inning of work. Soulanges scoring 5 in that last inning to answer the Warhawks' 5 spot, so it's 8-6 in a high-scoring affair as we enter the top of the third. I won't be expecting too many of these high-scoring games as of next week when the Warhawks are moved up to A, and it's smacked into left field and a leadoff single, and Phillips says, "Shut up, Brandon." And he's now 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Goodleaf checks into bat now, 0 for 1, grounded out to end the first. The lefty coming into bat, and here's the pitch. Runner's going, and is not going to have to go that fast as Goodleaf is down on all fours after getting hit in the back. And he got hit by a pitch, and he is not moving. That might have hit him. That might have hit him in the back. And there's a and it looks like he's been hitting the arm, and I think it might have been in the forearm. And we're going to have a pinch runner coming in. Ugly Bordeaux's going to pinch run for Toby Goodleaf, who's going to have to check out of the game at least temporarily after getting hit in the arm with that pitch. Runners on first and second, and here steps George Jacobs, singled and scored in the top of the second inning. Warhawks have their lead, 2 runners on to start this third. That one hops the bag, 1-0 on Jacobs. There's like a little pit over here behind me as Jacobs takes strike 1 with a very old, decrepit, raunchy looking softball that looked like it used to be yellow but now is kind of green. And you can hear some frogs actually back there. I feel like I'm on the green of a golf course, and that's smacked into left field. It gets to the wall. George Jacobs putting a ton of power into this one. And a second run will come in, and the Warhawks are in double digits. It is a 2-run double for George Jacobs, and Kahnawake up 10-6. Second hit of the afternoon for Jacobs. And here's Jack Phillips. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. And that'll go into the books as a run scored for Goodleaf. Check swing in there for strike 1. And Jacobs is now just 90 feet away from home. Not only that, but if he scores, then the 5-run lead rule will come into effect. Phillips ahead of this one. Phillips 1 for 1 on the day, as mentioned. He singled back in the last inning. That's in there for strike 2. Sorry, strike 3. That's strike 3, so that's 1 down. Well, Phillips could have ran to first. And here's Gradundaze Horn. He singled and drove in a run. A second run came in as there was a throwing error. So I guess technically 1 RBI. We'll say it's 2. Strike 1 on the inside corner. It's 0-1. 2 runs in for the Warhawks this inning. Montour on deck. And he's 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch from Couture. Off speed stuff. It's running down the line. Stays fair. And that is going to be a single. That's a very tricky ball to try and track down because you're wondering if it's going to go foul. And this one just hugged the line, did not cross it. And Gradundaze Horn has his second hit of the afternoon. Throw back to first, or back to third. There still is a stealing rule right now because the Warhawks lead is 4. So if Horn wants to here, he could take off and get rid of the force play. And he's going. So runner advances. It's now 2nd and 3rd. Not on the plate. You got Zaha Montour 0 for 1, struck out looking back in the 2nd. Leadoff hitter coming up to bat after him. Montour cuts and not able to make contact with that changeup. More like a sinker from Couture. And that one is just blown right down the middle. That's a 2nd straight on Montour. So she came with a sinker and now just recently a fastball. We'll see what she does here. Fastball outside. Runner on third for the Warhawks with 1 out. 2nd and 3rd. And they check Jacobs back to third base. It's a 4-run lead for the Warhawks. That's in there for strike 3. The sinker makes its way inside, and there are 2 down. And back to the top of the lineup. Here's Rohahio Stacy, 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored. Also has an RBI. 2 outs. 10-6 Warhawks. And Deho Daibo coming up to bat next. Ball 1 on Stacy. 2 runs in, so Rohahio representing what would be the 5th run. The 1-0. And Stacy trying to make contact with that, and I'll tell you what, he was trying to hit the parked fire truck inside the fire station here. Just about 500 feet in center field. Off the plate. Jacobs not going to go for it. Parc Les Cèdres. Not quite sure which city this is. We're somewhere between Les Cèdres and Saint Lazare. As Rohahio has to get out of the way of this pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike on Stacy. Deho Daibo coming up to bat next. And he gets the green light to drive this one to second. 1 run scores. The throw in time. They get him at first. And the Warhawks score 2. They leave 2 on. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And as mentioned, 2 left on. The Warhawks 10, the Soulanges Cougars 6. We're coming back with the bottom of the third. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to Park, they said. Bottom of the third inning. It's 10-6 Warhawks over the Soulanges Cougars 2. New pitcher for Kahnawake, George Jacobs, coming in. Soulanges putting up 5, so they maxed out in the second. Here's Rochellot, who's 0 for 1 on the evening with a strikeout. Not able to make contact with this. So George Jacobs, the third different Warhawk to pitch tonight. Ooh. Strike 2 on Rochellot, who probably would like to hold back if he gets that pitch once again. Have to break out the sand wedge. And if you're like me, you'd probably hit it from the bunker to the water. As the 0-2 comes in. Hit on the ground. This is going to be a tough play for Jacobs. The throw to first. They got him at first. Good play by the pitcher. 1 up and 1 down for Soulanges here in the third. Well, it's a good play by George to get off the mound and stop, turn on a dime, and throw it right down to first. Nice throw. Rogelio Stacy fielding it. Gets into a good crouching position and is able to assure the putout. And there's 1 down, and here's Filion. Skied into right. 2 down, it's caught. Redundancy Horn catches the liner. 2 up and 2 down for Soulanges here in the third. And Cote will step up to bat now for the Cougars. And that's exactly the kind of defense the Warhawks are going to need moving forward. Obviously going up a level to A-ball. Here's Cote. Not able to make contact. Looked like a late swing. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Off the mark, and it's now an even count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the fourth coming up if the Warhawks can get this next out. We are at Parc Les Cèdres, right between St. Lazare and Hudson. Also between Coteau du Lac, if you want to be specific. This one's inside, 2 balls and a strike on Cote. Looking to get an update on the U18s. They're in action right now on the road in Beauharnois, taking on the Yankees in what is their last game at the B level as well. Last we heard it was 4-0 going into the bottom of the first for the Warhawks as Jacobs gets this one over the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes. Jacobs 1 strike away from getting a 1-2-3 inning. He sets. Hit well to first. Rogelio Stacy's got it, and he will step on the bag. 1, 2, 3 go the Cougars in the bottom of the third inning, heading to the top of the fourth. 10-6 Warhawks. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to Park Said, top of the fourth inning on BBM. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Talk about a 9 grand slam, 9 G's in prizes to be won in person or on Zoom. As we have a new pitcher in the game, Ducharme comes in after Couture went 3 innings. And here's Deho Daibo kicking things off for the Warhawks. Daibo, Mayo, and Snow, the heart of the Warhawks lineup, 2, 3, 4 up to bat this inning. Sinker misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Got an update. It was 3-1 Warhawks after 1 inning of play in Beauharnois. That was the U18 team taking on Surwa. The coach's wife is here, so we're hoping that can get some info for you there. Split household, two teams on the road, 2 different areas off the 30. There's the Beauharnois ball field right behind the arena, as 4 straight pitches outside the strike zone for Daibo, and he is aboard. And don't forget, because it's 10-6, the stolen base rule still in effect because it's only a 4-run game. And here is Wyatt Mayo, no hits tonight. He's walked and grounded out, and there's a pass, there's a ball that gets by the catcher. Daibo takes his turn around second. Runner on second, nobody out for the Warhawks here in the top of the fourth inning. Daibo going, and he got a real good jump. And he goes 180 feet in 2 pitches. Three balls on Mayo. Here's the 3-0 to Wyatt. Ball 4, and he'll walk on 4 straight pitches. Hustling down that first base line. And meanwhile, Deho will score, and they got Wyatt in a rundown. Yeah, he scores. And the Warhawks take a 5-run lead. It's 11-6. Now it's a 5-run game, as mentioned. Strike 1 as it gets inside that strike zone on Carter Snow, the 4-hitter. Carter is 2 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a run driven in. This one will 1-hop its way to the bag. First run of the inning for the Warhawks. Three 3-0. Now on Snow. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Dances out of the strike zone. All right, it's 3-1 on Carter. That's ball 4, so Carter will get aboard on a walk. That's the 3rd free pass issued by Ducharme in this inning. And here's Ugly Bordeaux, 1 for 2 with 2 runs driven in. He's also struck out. And Ducharme is going to be subbed out. And we got a new pitcher coming up for Soulanges.
Chubby, are we skipping you this time around? Or are you batting?
We got a new pitcher in there for the Cougars. It looks like Cadillo is going to come in to pitch. So we'll take a pause for the cause as Cadillo has come in. The Cougars changing pitchers midway through the top of the fourth inning. Kahnawake 11, Soulanges 6. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Park Les Cèdres. Top of the fourth inning, Alex Cadillo has come in to pitch with 2 runners aboard and 1 run already in for the Warhawks. And here's Ugly Bordeaux stepping in. 1-0 on him. Bordeaux batting and James Phillips on deck. Bordeaux swings and misses. It's 1-1 on him. Cadillo, the 3rd Cougar to pitch today. Going to be interesting to see if George Jacobs comes back in the 4th after a 1-2-3 bottom of the 3rd. That flutters its way in, and it's now 1-2 on Bordeaux, who seems puzzled with the call, but it's 1-2 on him. Good pitch by Cadillo, some off-speed stuff, and we'll see what he does here on the 1-2 count. Bordeaux fouls this one off. That one hops the bag, and it's an even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 to Bordeaux. And he swings through this one. It's strike 3. 1 out here in the top of the 4th, and James Phillips will come up to bat. Phillips is 2 for 2 on the night, with a run driven in and also a run scored. 2 singles for Phillips. 1 out, but 1 run in. That's off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 on Phillips. Toby Goodleaf is going to come back in the game and bat, but you have to wonder how his arm is after getting hit in the forearm in his last plate appearance and being down for a little while, but he is on deck, and it does look like he's going to try and swing. Warhawks up by 5, and runners are on first and second with 1 down. That's in there. Good pitch from Cadillo. Swing and a miss by Phillips. Cadillo flutters that one in there. And his off-speed stuff so far through the first 2 batters has really made him look silly. We'll see what they can do here. And that one's roped to third. It gets through down the line and fair. Left fielder has to come in. 1 run will score. And now the runner's moving to second and third. And it is an RBI double for James Phillips. He's now 3 for 3 on the night. His 2nd run driven in. And it's 12-6. And Goodleaf will come off the bat. Was hit by a pitch. And Bordeaux came in and pinch ran and scored for him. He's also struck out, so 0 for 1 officially, or sorry, grounded out, 0 for 1 officially on the evening. And he hits this one up the gut, knocked down the throw to first, gets away. 1 run scores. It's an RBI, it's a single for Goodleaf. And that's the 3rd run scored for the Warhawks this inning. It's now 13-6. And here is George Jacobs. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Here's the pitch. And George skies this one on the infield. That's caught, and the runner has to go back to first.
Come on, Junior. What's that?
I think that might have been the case of infield fly. So there's 2 down, 3 runs are in, and here's Jack Phillips, 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a strikeout.
Oh my god, Junior.
So 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning. There's strike 1 at the knees to Phillips. Warhawks scoring 3 so far in this inning. What would be the maximum 5th run is on first. 13-6 Kahnawake, and the 0-1 fouled back. A check swing there for Jack. It's 0-2. And Cadzio 1 out away from getting out of this inning. The pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Can Cadzio get out of this inning? The 1-2 pitch. That's down Broadway. Strike 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the 4th inning. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on. The Warhawks up 13-6. Soulanges coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Next, you're watching Baby Blue Memories. Bottom of the 4th, 1 down for Soulanges. Warhawks up 13-6 after scoring 3 runs in the bottom, or top of the 4th, I should say. Carter Snow pitching. Facing Ode, who's 0 for 1 on the evening. The pitch. Inside. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. Ode holds off, and it's 3-1. 1 out as Daou grounded to short. That flutters out of the strike zone. It's ball 4. As Ode gets caught trying to go around. And we got a time called. So here's Emil coming in for the Cougars. And wow, he's already gone. So that's strike 1. And Ode was on second by the time Snow released the ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And look at this. Ode's on third practically by now. It's 0-2. Oh, he has to go back to second apparently. Left a little too early. I can imagine he probably would like to go. There he goes. And it's skied in the infield, but foul. And that means he'll have to run back to second here on there are 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th. Warhawks in command. The ball gets away and the runner's going. Got him out. 2 down. Oh, they gambling. So that means there's 2 out. I believe they called them out. So there's 2 down, 13-6 still. And the Mills got a 2-2 count on him. Snow's pitch. Outside. And we got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo. Talk about a 9 grand slam. That's what they give out in prizes. Open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each and every single day for your packages. And that's skied in foul territory. It hits the mesh, so they'll replay it. And pitch number 8 of the at-bat is coming up here. As the drizzle commences here at Park Les Cèdres. Here's the pitch. On the ground to first. And that is an out. And that is the inning. The Warhawks give up no hits, no runners left on, and Kahnawake in command up 13-6. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. We're back with the top of the 5th inning. Warhawks in command, on top by a score of 13-6. As Gardundes Horn, you got Taha Montour and Rohahio Stacy due up, and we have a hit by pitch. So for the 3rd time today, Horn has reached base. And here's Montour, who's 0 for 2 on the evening with a couple of strikeouts. Cadillo back in there for his 2nd inning of work. So there could be a lot of time left in this one. 13-6, Warhawks leading. And there's a ball. So if Kahnawake is able to score 3 runs, that would make it a 10-run gap, which I think would then put the emphasis on a possible open inning, as Montour behind this pitch. Off the plate. Here's the pitch. At ball 4, and Montour's aboard, so 2 runners on for the Warhawks. Top of the lineup now at bat. And it's Rohahio Stacy coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Grounded out his last time at the dish. Kahnawake 13, Soulanges Cougars 6. Upstairs, want to know the count. Daibo and Mayo on coming up next. Daibo on deck, Mayo in the hole. Final game at the B level for the Warhawks, and then starting next week they'll be playing A ball. Same thing with the U18s. Throw back to first, Montour back on the bag. That's in there for a strike on Stacy. Good looking pitch from Cadio. 2 runners aboard for the Warhawks in the top of the 5th. 7-run lead for Kahnawake. And the U18s are currently beating the Surwa Yankees 7-4 out in Bahornwa. That's a ball. Hit well, and that gets to the outfield. And it'll get past the outfielder into the warning track. 1 run scores. Mator on his horse. Mator being waved around. It's an RBI double for Roja Stacy and the Warhawks, putting a little more distance between themselves and the Cougars. Now it's 14-6. And here's Daibo. 2 for 2 with a walk, a home run, 3 runs scored. And he hits this one into shallow left and out of play for strike 1. That's going on the other field. What's up, Obs? That's fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2 on Daibo. Here's the pitch to Deho Daibo. Off the mark. (14-6) Kahnawake leading. That's not in there either. Two balls, 2 strikes. John Mayo screaming to Daibo, don't wait for that walk. Go for it. Does that mean he just wants to go home? I'm not sure. And now the bases are loaded. And that's smacked into right field. That's a base hit. It's fielded off the hop. And 2 runs will score, and the Warhawks add another 2. It's 16-6 now, Kahnawake. Here's Wyatt Mayo, 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. No official hits. But that's 3 runs now on the board for Kahnawake in this inning. So Wyatt represents what would be the 5th run for Kahnawake. It's 1-0 on Wyatt. Stacy and Mentor just scored. Wyatt swings to this one. That's in there. 2 strikes on Wyatt. It's not going to go for that one. Two balls, 2 strikes on Wyatt Mayo. The pitch. And that's strike 3. And now Carter Snow will step up the bat with one out.
Good boy.
Here's some teammates chirping each other after that first out of the inning. That ball misses. There's a strike from Cadzio. Ugly Bordeaux on deck for Kahnawake. Strike 2. That's in the dirt. Three runs in for Kahnawake. Not in there. Here's the pitch. Ball. That's ball 4. So what would be the 5th run is now on first, and here comes Bordeaux. Kahnawake 16, Soulanges 6. One day after the Warhawks handled Soulanges 1 by a score of 13-9. As Snow had to move back to first. Runners on first and second, 1 out. And that's low on Bordeaux. It's 1-0. There's some chin music, 2-0 the count. As Rochelieu throws it back. So that's still Cadzio. Cadzio still on the mound for the Cougars. And Bordeaux ropes this one at the center field. That's going to fall. 1 run is going to score. And now they're going to try and go for the 5th run. And that one hops the catcher. The Warhawks max out. It's 18-6. Kahnawake in front. One down here in the bottom of the 5th. One last chance for the Soulanges Cougars. And that is 2 down as Rojajillo Stacy fans Couture. And we're down to the final batter of the evening for the Cougars. It's Alex Cadzio, or perhaps the final hitter of the evening. Kahnawake in control, leading this one 18-6. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, the home of the everyday winner. And a 9 grand slam as it's skied but foul. That'll make its way out. Actually made its way onto the field of the parallel field. Field number 2 here at Park Les Cèdres. The bugs are starting to come out, I can tell you that. They're feasting on my blood right now. Can Cadzio keep this one going? That's 0-1. Rojajillo Stacy in there to try and close this baby and send the Warhawks to the A-League ball with a good win. And how will this look at this time next week when the Warhawks are playing at the A level? A number of these kids will be graduating to midget next year, or the U18 aged level. There's a change up in there, and now it's down to the final strike, maybe, of the evening. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rojo Stacy. It's hit on the ground to third. This is going to be a tough play. The throw across the diamond. Not in time. Cadillo beats it out, and this game continues. And here's Ducharme. And it looks like Cadillo's been giving the green light. Hit on the ground, right back to Rojo Stacy. He'll throw a little high, but that's the third out of the inning. That's out number 3. That's 3 outs. All right, there we go. Finally, we have figured this one out. And the Kahnawake Warhawks prevail here by a count of 18-6 over the Soulanges number 2 Cougars. So Kahnawake gets the victory. So the Warhawks get the win. They finish 8-1 at the U18 level. At the B level, they're going to be playing A ball as of this time next week. Your final score, Kahnawake 18, Soulanges number 2 6. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories from Park Laced in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Have a good one. Anagiwahe.